Okay, so we are live and our meetup has started right now. I want to welcome each and everyone who has joined us for this meetup. Every week, Sunday, 5 p.m., we meet and we discuss web development. We discuss WordPress, we discuss different topics, and these topics are normally suggested by users in the WordPress group. We have a WordPress group for WordPress community. We have a WhatsApp group. So every week we ask, what should we look at next? And the members usually suggest. Yeah, so this week, the members suggested that we look at managing users. How do we manage users in our WordPress sites? As you know, WordPress is not a static site. It's not a static. WordPress site is not static. It means users can log in. It is multi-user. Many users can use it. And we have always been having a situation where the developers create websites, and it is only the developers to update the website. So whenever a user wants, even if to make a post, a notice, he has to call the developer. The developer is even off. The developer is having 50 websites he's managing, but all of them, the developer is somehow selfish. He wants to be the only one who is posting updates. So all those websites, they need first call the developer so that the developer can make a blog post somewhere or can be able to respond to a comment or manage something on the website. Yeah, so what we realize that this is not sustainable. Why don't we make use of the capabilities of having different roles of users, and we empower our clients so that they can be able to use their website, because this is their website. So you made for this client a website, but the client doesn't even know how to log in. The client just looks at the website like this, and that's always like it is like another website visitor. So when we are using WordPress, it is easy for us to create a website and give users some level of control. Actually, if the user is technical, the user can even have full control of his site because he paid for it. Yeah, so we need to make sure that we do our work and then the users use their websites. So there are some challenges sometimes which come in, especially for users who have never used WordPress. Those users who don't know WordPress, if you give them the logins anyhow, again, the users might break the site. They will go there, they look at some notices, they click on them, and the site will be off in the next minute. So how do we give the users access to the website? But then when we are sure what they are able to do is what we have taught them and they are comfortable. And also the interface, sometimes the dashboard gets full. The dashboard gets full because WordPress uses plugins. All these plugins have notices that they push out to the users. So you go to the dashboard and you find the dashboard is full of different notices. Yeah, so for today's meetup, we are going to look at practically, we are going to look at one of the sites here. Right now here I'm in a dashboard for our community site. Our community site here is WordPress community uganda.org, and this is the current dashboard. So it is having many things I'm seeing here, news, what, and then the menu is full of things here as well. So we're going to look at how do we customize the dashboard such that if a user gets access to this dashboard, the user sees a few things that the user uses, and other things which are administrative, maybe the admin could be able to be there to use. And like if it is an organization where you have an IT guy in there, The IT guy could have the administrator account, which has most of these things. Then you create other user roles for these other stuff who are not technical. And there is a simple, so you can have a different dashboard for everyone. Yeah, so we are going to be looking at that, and that is the topic for today on managing users and creating custom dashboard for clients. And this is WordPress Ginger Meetup, which is part of WordPress Community Uganda. We also have WordPress Kampala Meetup and WordPress Entebbe Meetup. Those are the meetup chapters, official WordPress meetup chapters in Uganda. So we have this link with this page. Normally what I do, I get some resources and references which we use to discuss, and we go directly. Now, I'm called Rogers Mukalere. I'm the co-organizer for WordPress community, WordPress Ginger Meetup. And my colleague, Mr. Muhammad Katerega, is also on call. He's also a co-organizer for WordPress. Mr. Muhammad, maybe you can give members a greeting. Okay, maybe.
Yes. Good evening, members. Welcome to our weekly meetup. My name is Mohamed Katerega, and together with Rogers, we are the co-organizers of the Ginger WordPress meetup. Every Sunday, we've organized that every Sunday we shall be meeting at 5 p.m. and we shall be covering topics which are chosen by the community members themselves. So in case you have anything you want to contribute, even you as a member, you can actually be the one presenting next Sunday. So feel free to share your ideas and whatever it is you want to teach or what you want to be covered, and we shall try to get to it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Muhammad, for that introduction and greeting. Okay, so that was also to confirm that members are hearing and listening. Now, we don't have a lot of time. I'm going to go straight into our discussion, and towards the end, I'm going to be asking members to give an input, on what you think about this whole thing. Okay, so I've already given the preamble. I'm going to start. I'm just going to use some of these links here to first give some information about this. So there's this first link, which is by wpeverest.com, and it talks about how to manage users in WordPress. How to manage users. How do we manage users in WordPress? So like I said earlier, WordPress is a multi-user, and it has, you can be able to make use of several users. You can be able to have different users take on different roles. And here it says that a user is anyone who has a specific level of access to your WordPress site through an account. So like I was saying earlier, you as a developer, don't just design the site and it's only you who has an account to the site. You are going to be burdening yourself. Even a simple update which a client can do, and actually a client gets a lot of satisfaction if they are doing something. If you make for them a site and then the next time, some of them don't even check their sites. The next time they are coming to they'll be alerted about the website is to pay renewal fees. But if this is a user who has been logging in every week and making blog posts and making maybe uploading resources, if it's a school, putting courses on the e-learning platform, this user will be able to pay the site. But if it's only you who makes an update, and even when they want to post something, they have to suffer to get you because you are too busy, then the user will not be satisfied. Yeah, so WordPress has a number of capabilities. The first one, which is here, is administrator. So this is the one which has all the rights on the website. So an administrator has all the rights. Actually, I think there is another article here which is going to help me on that part of sharing very well the various user roles. Let me use this other article. So these articles are on the on that meetup page. you get time and go back and read them later. So this is WordPress user management roles. So what does an administrator do? An administrator can read the site, can edit and delete posts, can publish posts, can edit and delete published posts. So an administrator can literally do all the things here, can publish, can edit other posts and pages, can delete other pages, can manage plugins, can manage themes, can create new users, can edit the dashboard. So this is the administrator who can do all that. So because the administrator does a lot of things, there's a lot on his dashboard, which might be overwhelming to another user who is not technical. So we have the editor. The editor also can do most of the publishing tasks, apart from managing plugins, themes, creating users, and editing the dashboard. But he can be able to manage content fully. Then we have the author. The author can be able to read, edit, and delete posts, publish posts. Here, he cannot handle pages. I know members know the difference between pages and posts. Pages are those pages which I don't know, web pages, which have more permanent information, let me say. For example, the home page, the about page, the contact us page, they have the core information about the site. Then the posts are just the ones on the blog. So for example, here I have the about page. So okay, sorry, I think my network had jumped a bit. Mr. Muhammad, are you getting me now? Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, so members, I hope you can hear me. I think I had some issue with the network there. Just
Hello. The network is a bit bad.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Members, yeah, you can hear me. So maybe let me turn off my. So okay, thank you. So let me turn off my video there for the bandwidth is to be focused on one thing, and that is the sharing. Yeah. were about user roles in WordPress. And it's happening. Yeah.
Yes, members, I think Mr. Rogers is having some technical issues, but please stand by. Do not leave the meeting as he tries to rejoin. Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Muhammad.
Yes, Mr. Rogers, I can hear you. We've been waiting for you to rejoin.
Yes,
Yes.
sorry, I've switched the router somewhere. I think it is trying to fluctuate, but I've switched it to another spot. So we should be able to move well. Thank you very much. So I was earlier on, I was talking about users in WordPress, and I was just looking at the different roles that are there. And I was talking about the pages and posts, because we noticed that authors, by default, they can be able to handle posts, but they cannot handle pages. They can edit posts, but they cannot edit pages. So if you are having a client, you have made a site, but you want this client to just be blogging, at least, for example, a school, it may be wanting to update, put their news updates or put notices for parents, then you could just simply give an author role to the clients, so that they can be able to at least be able to log in to their site and they make some updates and they feel the satisfaction that they are using their site. And also, so that you concentrate on the administrative bits and the client can be able to at least update the site blog. So that is the one thing that is there. Now, there's this role called the contributor. Contributor role is again more limited because with a contributor, this person can be able to edit and delete posts. He can be able to create the posts, but he cannot publish them. So when the person logs in and he puts maybe a news item, for example, if it is a media house, you may have the journalists or the ones who write the articles, and they are just contributors. They contribute the content, but the editor has to first read through before the posts go live. So you could have this contributor, once he puts the post, he cannot publish it. It can't go live, but he can create it and it remains a draft. And then the editor will be able to read through before the editor can publish. So the contributor can only edit and delete posts. Then the subscriber can read the site. You could be having a situation whereby you have limited your site that only logged in users can be able to read the articles. For example, let me try to see this site here. Let me first open this site a second, ictclubs.ug. Okay, here I'm logged in as admin. Let me log out. So this is just, I wanted to share something there about that. So you could have subscribers whereby subscribers role can read. But if someone is not a subscriber, he cannot read. For example, let me see whether this is going to work. So if I click on this article, it tells me, so I try to click on that article. You see? Are you able to see this? Okay. Mr. Mkisa. Okay, I was just trying to check whether Mr. Mkisa is on. Yeah, so this site is saying the content is restricted to site members. If you're a user,
Level is on, Mkisa is on.
Hey, are you able to read for me this sentence? Oh, okay. I think Mr. Mkisa is muted again. Okay, it's fine. So I'm going to enable members can do it unmute. I don't want to be talking alone. Yeah, so we can be able to, so in this case, the public can't read the articles on this site. Whichever article you click on, it tells you, any article, it will tell you that you need to be logged in. So in that case, you could have whereby even the users need to first log in before they can read articles on that particular site. If maybe it is a private site for members only to read. So you can be able to configure and have only the subscribers to be able to read the site, as you can see up here. Okay, so that is enough of the theory. Now we are going to be looking at, so we have looked at the roles there. So we are going to look at how do you manage this. You can even make your own custom role, or you can even adjust the permissions. You can have whereby your contributor can do more than what the default contributor does in WordPress. So there are some plugins that we can use. One of them is called User Role Editor. It is one of the most popular. According to the articles which I've been reading here, many of them have been recommending the users. Yeah, but maybe, yeah, so many of them have been they have been recommending that User Role Editor. But maybe before I go to that plugin of User Role Editor, how do you add users to the site? So firstly, you can add users. This article shows us how you can add users to a site, either manually or you can add users by getting them register themselves. So for example, in this dashboard, if I go here and I say users, so this is the WordPress community site. So far 295, either this could be new users. So you can have users here, people who have registered on the site. So on this site, by default, we made it that the users register and they become contributors by default. And that means once they register, they can write articles, but they can't publish them until when an admin has published the articles. And there are some things that we shall note also, that if you enable, if you go under settings, let me first go to settings here. I think it is either under general or either, let me first go, there's general, and then there is the reading. There's where you can make the site, you see, is under general. You can set and tell your website that the default role, and also you can enable anyone to register. Yeah, but again, you have to be careful if you enable anyone to register, because we have a lot of spam attacks these days. And even on this site, actually, we are going to see something like that. So here we said the default role, when someone registers, we made it to be a contributor. But you could even make yours default to be subscriber, then you can upgrade him to a contributor later or to another role. But here we set the default role to be a contributor, and then we said anyone can register. So if you turn this off, it means people can't register, and you'll have to just register them yourself manually. For example, if it is a institutional school where you know the staff, or it's a media house, you know the journalists, it's not a public site for people to register. So you don't turn this on. You remove this and then you register yourself. So if you want to add users, you just come under users and click on add new. So when I go to add new, I can be able to add a user. So I can be able to add a user. I put in a username and then the email. This username, I discourage people from using the admin username. Admin username is targeted by hackers, so you can use a username. A username is normally a short thing. For example, if my email is Rogers Mukalele, if my email is aramukalele@gmail.com, if this is my email, then that means I can use this as my username. The aramukalele alone can be the username. So the rest of this can be the email. So the username is normally a word there that you can use. Then you can put the username, put a strong password, and give the user a role. So this is how you can create. You can be able to give users. So this is what this article here was talking about: adding users, username, putting a strong password, and also giving a role in there. So this is how you can add user, and then the user will be created, and that user will be able to log in and can be able to start doing those things that you're supposed to do. And having many users is good. If you're working on a project, many people, you can give other colleague. Maybe you're the admin, make another non-admin. The other one can be working on the homepage. You're working on the other one. So WordPress helps us to collaborate. We can work on the same site. Like actually this site here of WordPress community, we worked on it initially when we were starting. Asa put up a theme, and Lawrence was working on some pages. Then I was working on something else. So Asa, Lawrence, and me, we worked on that site when we collaboratively. So that means having many users on a site helps also in collaboration. So that is one thing that you can have there. So you can also change the user information. You can edit the information of the user, and you can change their details and do more on them like that. So basically, that is a very good thing, and also including deleting of the users. Now, the other option which we were talking about was allowing the users to register themselves. For example, on this site, WordPress Community Uganda, we put an option for, so right now, let me try to log out. There's an option for register. So an option for register, because we want the community members to be able to register on the site. This site we're making it and saying, okay, we don't want to be as the lead is posting about the things here. People should be able to register, and once they register, they can be able to also blog on the site. In case they have anything about WordPress, they can share. So these articles which I'm reading from these other sites would be having articles on this site if we have more users who can write about user roles, who can write about themes, who can have this site rich, whereby when people are searching about WordPress, there's information on the site. So this is the community site. So you register. Okay, so on the registration, you always, it's good to put reCAPTCHA. Let me try to ask someone to tell me, why should we have reCAPTCHA? You see, in these meetups, we have different people. We have people who are technical, and we have people who are beginners and they're coming on the first day. Let me try to get someone to tell me about this reCAPTCHA thing. Why do you think we need reCAPTCHA to be on our site? I can see we have Mr. Peter Okware. I think it's your first time to join us. Okay, Mr. Hassan Bahati, are you there? Okay, I always want to have some interviews of interaction so that members. Yes, Mr. Hassan.
Yes, please. I am.
Why do you think it is very important to have this reCAPTCHA on a page like this one for registering, where the public can register on the site?
I think the reCAPTCHA is necessary because it's more of a system that helps to differentiate between humans and automated access to websites.
Okay.
Yes, so it helps us to. Okay, basically, it asks users to decipher and kind of authenticate themselves, something of that kind. That's how I personally get it.
Okay, thank you. So if you don't put this, you'll get a lot of what you call spam registrations. Spam registrations, there are people who have set up bots on the internet which go and they just register on as many sites as they can. So if you don't set it up well, you'll get your database with 3,000 users within 1 day. Yeah, so we have a lot of spam registrations on the internet. Okay, so I don't know what I would do here. I don't know if there is any member who is who is logged in with a computer. Is there a member who is logged in with a computer? We'll do something here practically, so that we get an interesting meetup here. If there's any member who is logged in with a computer and is ready to share a screen, you can put up your hand and I can make you a co-host and we do something here. Okay, so, okay, yes, thank you. So, Mr. Suleiman.
Yes, Mr. Rogers.
Okay. I think you have ever registered on this site, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm registered.
Hey, for you are registered. So, when you are registered, let me try to log in again here. When you are registered, you have a user role. You have a particular user role. So we made this site whereby if someone logs in your account, it is make a blog post, your profile, and all the things and members. So this is a multi-user site. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to users and I try to check out you, whether you are there. So I know you are registered, but you have never. You probably have never posted an article on this site, isn't it? So,
that's true. I have not.
So let me see. Let me search for, I don't know which Suleiman. Let me see whether I will get Suleiman among the users. So this is the user interface. I can try to. So here under the users, you can delete users. So I can see I've searched for Suleiman and he has an author role. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete Suleiman here and I'm going to ask him to re-register. And then we see what he can do. So when I'm trying to delete him, I can say, okay, let me delete since he has never created anything. So his account is going to be off. So you manage the users. You can manage users on your site. You can add more users. You can give them access. You can delete users. Okay, so Mr. Suleiman, I want you to share your screen. You are going to register on that site quickly. And then after that, we are going to see the role you are going to get. You are going to get a default role which you have set, and we want to see what you can do on the site. Okay, so are you able to share your screen?
Yeah, let me try.
Okay, so we do this because I know there are some members who are new to WordPress, others have never logged into WordPress. So otherwise, I would just talk through this from a high level perspective, and we have the meetup in 30 minutes and we end there. But when we have members, maybe for them to understand well, we could be able to do something like this so that they can get an idea very well about this. Yeah, so maybe at the end, as we wind up this meetup, we are going to be looking at customizing the dashboard as well. There is some plugin we are going to use to customize our dashboard so that the dashboard has few things which are not disturbing. And Mr. Suleiman there will log in and see how his dashboard is looking from his end. Mr. Suleiman? Oh, we could have another person as well. I'm seeing as if Mr. Suleiman is okay. He's good. He's sharing your screen. That is nice. Okay, so you try to go to wdcuganda.org or WordPress Community Uganda. Okay. So good. So we are having a practical meetup here. So you go to your account. There is login, there is register. Click on register. Yeah, so now if it is you compare this with any, it could be a tour company where you have a lot of tour guides who have to publish information. It could be a school where teachers need to register. So you should be able to now the password, you can use any of those. We shall change it later because this meetup is going live, but let us not worry, we shall change the password later. So okay, then you can be able to prove that you're not a robot, and then you click on register. Okay, good. So that robot thing is very important. So okay, the password has been saved. That is good enough. So it is telling you before you can log in, you need to activate your account by clicking the activation link, which is sent to your email. Okay, now that is another thing, an additional level of authentication that needs to be done. But either you can do that, or I can activate your account on my end as an admin, because the moment you register like that, I'll be able to see your account. Now, Mr. Suleiman, just a second. I'm going to tell you to try to go and check. I've just ended your sharing there because I don't want people to read your emails. I want you to go to your emails and check for an email from WDC Uganda and see if you can see it. If you can't see it, then you check even the spam folder. Sometimes the emails, that's where they go. In case you see it, you open it and then you let us know. Is that fine, Mr. Suleiman?
Yeah, it's fine.
Meanwhile, I have already seen your account here, and it is telling me here that it is awaiting email what? Confirmation. So either you will go and click on the email and confirm, or as an admin here, I can be able to select you, and then I do some action here. So there's a plugin I'm using here, it's called Ultimate Member. It can also help in managing users at this level. Yeah, so here I can say approve membership, or I can be able to approve your membership from an admin end. Then there is also the role. Right now you're a contributor. So let me just approve your membership right now here. Yeah, so I'm going to ask you to try to log in and we see what you can see. What can you do on the site as a contributor at this level? So right now you have been approved. I'm the one who was approved as an admin. So in case I have spam registrations that have registered, those bots cannot easily confirm themselves. So here you can see that we have the authors and then we have the contributors. The contributors are 300, but some of these contributors are spam registrations. Yeah, so the authors are those ones whom we have verified. So after we verify that Mr. Suleiman knows WordPress and he can be able to, we can make him an author. That means he can be able to publish articles on the site. Mr. Suleiman. Mr. Suleiman,
Mr. Rogers.
Did you see the email?
Yes.
Or you never saw it?
I've never seen it.
Yeah, even the spam, you never saw it?
Yeah, it's not there.
Okay, now what you do, that is something that we can troubleshoot later. I want you to go and log in. I've approved your account from the admin end. You share again, go to the website and try to log in. So when it comes to email delivery, that is another topic that we can handle in depth on why emails may go to spam, or why there could be different email filters. Yeah, so that is something that we can be able to handle. I would be able to talk. So just go back to the site. Yeah, but that is something that we are going to work on. Have my colleague here. That is another thing. Actually, that is another thing can look at. Email deliverability. It is very important emails are delivered. We shall be looking at that also in detail. Now, go to login. So when someone has registered, the admin's role is you can approve users. If you know that this is a legit user, you can be able to approve them, and that means they'll be able to log in. So type your email. I don't know whether it will bring the password it had saved. So in case the user can't log in, the admin can help the user to reset the password from the dashboard. So those are different things. We are looking at user management. It's the main topic today, but we are having something more. Okay, so it is not bringing the password, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not.
Okay, so what you do, it is not bringing the password. I'm going to send you a password in the chat.
Okay.
You just copy and paste it. Don't just leave your screen. So as an admin, I'm going to go to the users, and I'm going to set a password. There's an option of I can edit. So let me get some password here. Okay, so these are things. Let me just share something here, because at the same time we are learning everything here. So this is there is send password reset, then there is edit. So on a user, you can edit a user's profile. So these all the things are under user. So you can edit a user's profile. So this is a user, and he has this. Then there is something like set new password. You see? So I'm going to get some difficult password here. I've chosen some password. Let me see. Password, you have to make sure that it is strong. You have to make sure that it is strong, so that you are not hacked. Password has to be strong. You need to put a symbol, a capital letters, a capital letter. You need to put a small letter. Yeah, so it's good to put. So this WordPress will guide you on either a password is strong or short. So I've put some password there. I hope you have not seen it because it was in hidden mode. So Mr. Suleiman, I'm inboxing you on the chat. Have you seen the password I've sent you?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay, so you can copy that password and paste it there, and then you log in. So, okay, so members, let us have this quickly, and then we look at the customizing the dashboard as well. Okay, so you can share your screen still. And you just copy and paste that password there. Okay, so log in and we see. It is disabled. Okay, I think it is going to work. So members, user management, issues of user login, good. So he has logged in, you can save it maybe, and you can reset it. I'll show you, can maybe even reset it later. So now you click on where there is your account. So you can see there is your profile, make a new blog post. So these things, you can create a site and you put some of these options only come when someone is logged in. When someone is not logged in, these things don't come. So click on your profile, click on your profile. Okay, so the main thing that I want us to take away from here. So from there, you can scroll down. So this is now a profile which you can edit. You can put a profile pic. You can put just like we do on Facebook. You can edit that is your profile. Now you go back to your profile and click on make a new blog post. Make a new blog post. Okay. So when you click on make new blog, now this is the user, the client now. And in this case, the client even doesn't have even, okay, I think is now going to go to the dashboard. So we said make a new blog post is going to take him to the dashboard so that the client can be able to what? Make a post. Now, if you have a client whom you made for a website and the client has never posted even a single announcement, then it means you are a very mini developer. You are using the client's website alone. You should be able to empower your client to be able to use his site and get satisfaction out of the site. So close that X. So this is the dashboard. This is the user dashboard. Now, this dashboard is also difficult. The client may get lost here, and you have to take some time to teach the client at least some basics. So this is the dashboard. Now, in WordPress, there is a menu. The menu is hidden. I want us first display the menu. Go, I see in the corner where Yoka photo is. In the corner, this side, top right. You scroll down. I see the greeny jetpack icon. Now click on those 3 dots at the end. Good. Click on those dots. Now, when you click on, there's an option of full screen mode. You remove the full screen mode. That one. Click on it. If you remove that, the menu will come. The menu only comes if you are in full screen mode. The menu will not be there. If you are not in full screen mode, the menu will be there. So this is now the WordPress interface. I want you to come here at the top and type there test post. Just put test post, or just put anything. Maybe user management in WordPress or whatever. Put a test post. Maybe it's enough. Okay. Then down here where there is choose or type a block, you type there something and say, this is my first blog post on the WordPress community website. So any of us can feel free to use this site and write anything, but mainly we write about websites, web development, SEO, security, whatever. So long as it is to do with the web, you can be able to write anything there. Okay, so this is my first post on WC. There are other things like if you want to put a photo, this is what you call the Gutenberg interface. If you want to put a photo, you click on the plus. I think that one, Mr. Suleiman, you know. When you click on the plus at the top, there's a plus there. I think the plus, the blue plus, good. If you click on that, you can choose if you want an image, you say image, you can search for image. Okay, image is there, and then you can be able to put in a photo and all that. Now today we are not learning Gutenberg, we are learning users. So that is good enough. So you click on media library. You can either upload or you can select from media library, and you can be able to upload something there. Okay, now we are going to publish our post. Have you clicked on media library?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, click on it. Media library. So there it will show you some of the old photos which have been uploaded in the media library. So you can select any, quickly and remove. Okay, nice. Now click on publish. So this is the interface where you can write and do whatever. Now, you can see Mr. Suleiman, he is a contributor. That means he cannot go live. You click on it, will only tell you to submit for review because you are a contributor. So this one is precautionary. In case you have a client and you're not sure what the client will do, a client might post things which are not good, or the user, maybe you'll make a mistake in his first posts. So you can make him a contributor. When he posts, then you have to read through and then you edit a bit and then you publish. So click on that, publish for review. So that is a user role. Now, let us look at the menu on the right. The things which the user can see, I'm not seeing anything like plugins and themes. I'm only seeing the dashboard and I'm seeing a few things. Click on your dashboard. Click on dashboard up there. Click on dashboard up there. I hope you had finished publishing. You had clicked on submit for review, isn't it? Click on leave. It's okay.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. I think you had finished that. So members, we are looking at users. Okay. So we are now going to look at the dashboard. I'm going to be sharing my screen and I'm going to be doing a few things, and Mr. Suleiman will share again for our final bit. So this is the dashboard the user will see. This is what we call the WordPress dashboard. Now, the WordPress dashboard is cluttered. We have a number of options this side on the menu. I'm seeing there's meetup events, media, comments, appearance. And then in the dashboard, I'm seeing at a glance, I'm seeing quick draft. I'm seeing, you scroll down. Scroll down. So I'm seeing a number of things here which are happening in the dashboard. I'm seeing this ZT brute force attack. So your client may not be understand. By the way, some clients are a bit naive. They only start to click on things, other things, instead of clicking where they're supposed to do. So how do we remove all this clutter from the site so that the user has a good experience? Okay, thank you very much. Now I'm going to share my screen. You just remain hanging there. We are going to improve that dashboard of yours so that next time you share, you have a clean dashboard, which is only showing what we need. So we need to make sure that our clients' websites, we can manage the users, they can register, or we can register them ourselves, and we can be able to give them roles. Before I go to the dashboard, let me talk about what we call the user role editor. The user role editor is this plugin which we talked about earlier, which was in this article, which we can use to manage WP capabilities. There's one called publish press capabilities. You can use it. You can be able to customize the roles that a user can do. Maybe you can say let the user be able to do this and this, but there's also this one called user role editor. It's the one which I use most. So you can add it. You go under plugins and you say add plugin if it is not there, and you use it to. So here you can say user role editor. So this is a very important, this is a good plugin which you can use. Okay, so this is user role editor. You see here, it is already active. Okay, so when you add this plugin user role editor, it is going to help you in managing users. So I will go under users. It is here down, user role editor. Under users, it brings it, that option only comes after you have installed that plugin code. As an admin, you can be able to install that plugin. So you can come here, we have different users. For example, I can say contributor. You see? Then I can say, okay, contributors. If I click on contributors, I click on posts. I'm seeing two things here. Mr. Suleiman. Mr. Suleiman?
Yes, Mr. Rogers.
Which capabilities are enabled for contributors at the moment?
Let me check my screen.
According to the, this is the user role editor plugin now. So earlier on, you were able to, okay, I think your screen was not in sight. Okay, let me, okay, as members, I think members can see. I just normally do those checks to just make sure that members are still with me. So there is delete posts. That means Mr. Suleiman can go and delete his post that he created earlier and he can edit it. But he cannot publish. If I enable this one, and then I tell Mr. Suleiman to go back, he will be able to publish his post. So, but if I do this, I will be enabling it for all contributors, even other people who register now. They will be able to go and publish. Someone may be malicious, like a public site like this, and he goes and he publishes spam, which you don't want. So we may decide that no, let the contributors remain when they can't publish. Then we can say, okay, let us go to the authors. Then we say that people by default, they will register as contributors. But after we have seen that Mr. Suleiman has learned Gutenberg, he has learned how to write an article, we can promote him from a contributor to an author. Authors can do more. They can delete posts, they can edit, they can publish. So let me just do that right now. I'm going to go to Mr. Suleiman. I'm going to go to all users. Then I will go to what we call Mr. I can see another person has registered, Mr. Bahati. Mr. Bahati, I think, is part of this meetup, and he's also telling him awaiting email confirmation. I think I'm going to approve your account here manually, but this thing of awaiting email confirmation and email not coming, we can look at that at another time. Or if I have one of the WordPress gurus here, you can tell me no, you can give me tips on why the emails are not going. Yeah, but I can come here and I say, let me first approve Mr. Bahati's membership so that he can be able to log in. Okay, so this is manual approval. Now I'm going to change Mr. Suleiman's status, since I know that this client of mine has now learned how to, I've had a Zoom session with him, and he has learned now how to publish. So I'm going to change his role. He's no longer a mere contributor, he's now an author. And after he has used this site for 1 year, and I know he has even learned, he has been attending WordPress meetups, he has learned about themes and some of these things. I can even make him, from author, there is the editor. Actually, if I want him to edit the pages, because the author will not be able to see the pages interface. Okay, so Mr. Suleiman, you are now an author. You have been upgraded. Are you able to share your screen? Mr. Suleiman, are you able to share your screen? So when you update something to an author, he can now publish posts, but he cannot edit pages. The pages of about the site. So he cannot edit pages, he can only publish posts. Mr. Suleiman, share your screen. So you go to posts. So you can see on your interface, you can see posts. There's nothing like pages. Click on posts, all posts. So there you'll be able to see all the posts that you have been making, that you have made. And it only shows you your posts only. But the editor will be able to see his posts and even posts of all others, because an editor is like a news editor in the news company. These are the journalists, they submit the posts. The editor can see all now, but for you, Mr. Suleiman, you can only edit yours only. You cannot edit others. So click on edit, click on edit. So when you click on edit, this time it will allow you to publish, because you are a big man now. So it's okay, just click on publish, it's fine. This site of ours is a teaching site, so we shall delete that post. So you see, it has now allowed him to publish. So if Mr. Suleiman here was writing an article about something in WordPress, he can publish here and then it can have an audience, and it can be shared across the various community pages. And so it is publishing. So you will open a new tab, as it doesn't have to take long. Maybe open a new tab, and then you will be able to open the WordPress community site, and we shall be able to see your article. I have not talked about things like featured images and all those things because of time. Our focus today is just mainly user. So you scroll down. Scroll down. You see, the post is there. It is live. Up, you go up a bit. Up a bit. Up. This one. Are you seeing test post? You're moving fast. Are you seeing the test post? It is there. You never put a featured image, but that is good. Congratulations, you have made your first post on the WordPress community site. So you are an author. You are not just a mere contributor. You are an author, and so you can publish content on the site. Okay, so basically, members, because of time, would look at the different things, but by the time you make your client to really be an author, you should do, when you have taken him through the basics, he can be able to publish at least post. Then you can make him an editor. When you think this client has learned more, you can even edit his pages. Maybe you have taught him some basics of the page builder. It is really satisfying if your client can do many things on his site, other than burdening you, the developer, every time to do a simple change on the site. Now, so members, I'm ending here on the issue of users. You can use user role editor to change what users do, and you can be able to use the user's interface here to do a number of things on the users. You can delete and the users, you've known their roles. Now, let us talk about how do we make the user's dashboard to be not complex so that the user doesn't have a lot of problems. So for that, we are going to use another plugin. So we go back to our site. I wrote there are other articles here which are talking about these things, but there is this one here, creating a custom WordPress dashboard. That is on wpengine.com. How do we create a custom dashboard for our clients so that they have a more satisfying interface? So a dashboard, a custom dashboard, you can be able to do a number of things in the custom dashboard. So to create a custom dashboard, there are a number of methods here. One, we can add or remove existing widgets from the dashboard. So we have boxes here. We have what we call screen options. So I'm going to go to the dashboard. Now this is the admin. I'm going to go to the dashboard. So there is what we call screen options. Screen options, you can use those ones to quickly disable some of those nagging messages and some of the boxes within the dashboard so that the dashboard has a few things for the users. Yeah, so there is something up here. It's called screen options. Up here. Yeah, it's normally there at the top of the dashboard. So you can use that to do a few things. So with this one, you can be able to disable some of these messages in the interface. So you click here, you can see that it is showing WP mail, health status, at a glance, activity. So I can wide defense. So I can remove some of these things. News, Yoast, quick draft. I can say maybe let me leave the quick draft and maybe at a glance. So I can do that. Okay, so okay, so this is something that you can do to turn on particular elements. Let me see. Yeah, it should be able to. By the way, I think you see they bring the at a glance. So the dashboard is having less things now. Earlier on, it had many things. This other one of exciting news is still there, but you can use the screen options first of all to remove some of the things. But that is a simple thing for you to customize the dashboard. That is just one thing. So you can use screen options to disable that. Then also the other thing that you can do is you can be able to, that is used for decluttering the dashboard. The other thing is you can customize the WordPress login screen so that the users can have something better. For example, I'm going to use this example of this website called Tricona. If I go to the login screen, instead of users seeing the other WordPress dashboard interface, if I go to wcuganda.org and then I say WP, this is the default login page or login interface of your website. I don't know whether my internet is a bit slow. The pages are taking forever to load. Okay. Okay, so this is website for Trinity College. So this login interface is customized. It is showing their logo and a good picture here. Instead of showing another kind of login interface, the default login interface. For example, I was on the ICT Clubs, the ICT Club site. Anyway, I think I already logged in. So when you go there, you will be able to see the other default WordPress login screen. So this dashboard actually has changed. There are a few things. I'm only seeing the quick draft, and other messages are not there. Okay, so this other site, it is showing this all the WordPress login. So you could try to customize that. I'm going to be showing you shortly the plugin we are going to use for that. Yeah, as we wind up with our meetup. So we have that. We have this is the plugin. It's known as White Label Your White Dashboard. This one, White Label CMS. White Label CMS is a very good one. It helps you. It can help you to customize the WordPress login screen, and you can be able to do more with it. So I'm going to go to plugins as we rest to wind up with our meetup today. So these things are from the admin perspective, what we need to do so that our users are having a good experience and having a better interface. So you go and click on add plugins, and you search for White Label. So you come, it is not installed on WC Uganda, so I'm going to white label this site, WC Uganda. So white label it so that one, it is going to help us to do a number of things. Even we are going to use it to customize our dashboard even further. So click on activate. This is by videomanuals.com. I think that is the one. You should be careful when you're installing plugins. We have several plugins, some plugins having a similar name. So you should be careful when you are doing this kind of thing. So, okay, white label plugin. It is, I think it is the one. Okay, so we are having our dashboard here, plugins, and we have enabled our white label. It is saying it has been activated. So after doing that, we shall go and we go to this part where there is white label CMS. So we are going to go to settings, and then we shall go to white label CMS. White label CMS. So we are going to use white label CMS, and we are going to tell it to do a few things and also make our user's site to be a good one. So you come here and you put here it is giving you are the developer. If you want, you can put some information here as a developer's name, and also as you can have a developer's name, or you can just put the client's name accordingly there. So here, let me just put WordPress community Uganda. Here I've just maybe this is a corporate client. You don't want to put adverts. You can put your name, for example, from me, I'm from Izon Web Services. I could put, let me just do something like this. Maybe I'm giving a client. The client needs to contact me. So let me put this just as a demo. Okay, let me put this. For example, let me say Izon Web Services, for example, is a developer. Okay, so then I can say EWS. That is that. So I put that. Then I come, I go to next. Then I put the client. So there is a client and there is a developer. So I put the client. I say the client is WordPress community. So you'd have then you can upload the client's logo. So you do have the let me go up to the beginning so that I get the logo. So you'd have the client. So this is the logo for the client. So I have this one, I have this one. Let me use this one, maybe. Okay, that is the logo. Okay, so I click on save. So I put the developer and I've also put the client. We are going to see how this is going to work out. Now, this plugin has many things. We have what we call a beta dashboard for clients. So we have the admin bar logo. The admin bar logo, what do you want to be the admin bar logo? You can choose the one for the client once again. So we are going to customize our dashboard to make it so we can put that one. So we have the admin bar alt text. So it has put we have the admin bar logo. Okay, so yeah, we have the side menu image. Side menu image. You can choose where you want to put what the client is branding and where you want to put you as the developer's branding. So for now, let me just be fast because of time. We are going to see the differences after we have finished branding this. Now we have this part. You can put some information there, HTML there. Okay. Then I go to the login page. What do I want on the login page? So we have the login logo. It is there. Then I have the logo width. I can say, okay, the width for your logo. I can say I want the width to be only 200 pixels. Let it not be too big. Okay, so finished background image. I can select this one as our background image as WordPress community. Okay, so that is good. That is center. Do you want to hide the login or lost? So these other things here, you will check out these other options here, which are there. That is for the login. Let us go to the dashboard. The dashboard also, you can choose a dashboard icon. Let me choose the same logo there and select the roles. The dashboard panels will be hidden too. So I can say, okay, let the administrators see all, but the authors and contributors and other people, they should have dashboard panels hidden. Okay, so we can have the dashboard panel. Then you can add your own welcome panel. So the dashboard we are overriding the dashboard. So we come here and then we put something here and we say, welcome to WordPress community. You see, there is something, by the way, what I would show you. For example, one of the sites that I'm managing, I did this. I don't know whether I'm logged in. I'll just show you the output there, and then you'll be able to see the dashboard there. Yeah, but you come here. Now, in the article which I shared with you, I put there is some code which is there. I think it is either this one. There is some article. There is some code that we can use. It is one of the articles that are here. How to create a client dashboard, and then also there's this one, how to create a custom dashboard. So there are a number of articles here that are referenced, and one of them has some simple, it is here. This is for, that is also something else. Okay, so customize the toolbar, customize the sidebar, and we are going to go to the dashboard. Okay, let me just do it myself here manually. Yeah, so we were somewhere here, white label, WordPress community, Uganda. So here we can come, this is HTML here, you can say, welcome. Here is what you can do. You can, one, make a blog post. Then two, edit your profile. So you can put there some of the things. Then three, you can say, add a resource. Okay. Then four, you can say, manage comments. So these are some of the things that you maybe let me just make three options here. So you can list the things that the client can do. Simple things that the client can do. So making a blog post is in the dashboard, it is a new post. This is where it would ideally go. So I come and I copy this link, and then I come and I use my HTML. A href is equal to, so this is for the developer now. Don't tell me that again the client doesn't know this. So I'm putting the HTML and I put my hyperlink there. Edit your profile. Edit your profile is under users profile. So I know that the client doesn't know where it is. So for me, I'm making for him a simple what? I'm making for him a simple. Anyone who knows some HTML, what does A stand for? A. What does A stand for in HTML? What does the A tag do?
That is
Anyone
anchor.
to save the
That is anchor.
that is anchor. Thank you. So then manage comments. I will go under comments. So you see the dashboard has many things. If you leave the client to be lost in all these things in the menu, your client will say this thing is very hard. So href is equal to then I put my link to the comment section, and then I come and say /a. So you can put your own dashboard item there. So you say, okay, I can say make full width. You can add another panel. You can add many panels there. So I click on save. So this is the dashboard, my new dashboard. You can use this tool to put several options. You can put, and you know HTML is powerful. You can put even a picture. Okay, thank you. Sorry, members, we are winding up. We are really winding up. Meanwhile, Mr. Suleiman, you can try to be refreshing your page, and we see whether we are making some progress. But I'm going to go to the final bit. The final bit was about the menu, and then we wind up with this particular section. So in today's meetup, we have looked at users and the different roles of users, and why we need to have our users to use their websites, so that we don't monopolize the sites that the users have paid us to create for them. So we come here on the menu. So there is an option of want to hide client. Mr. Muhammad, are you hearing me? Mr. Suleiman, are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm able to hear you now.
Okay, thank you. So here we are saying want to hide the menus for your client. Yes, my client is somehow naive, so he will get lost. So you can enable other admins for them. They can be able to see the admin panel, but your clients. Then you come here and say, okay, disable all these things. I don't want him to see anything about Jetpack, but he can see something about posts. I don't want him to see anything about meetup events. I don't want him to see all these things. Pages, I don't want. Let the comments, maybe he can see. You can say, okay, I don't want him to see all these. I'm disabling these things which are this side. Mail poet, ultimate member, feedback, forums, every plugin I was using on the site was adding something on the menu, making the menu very, very, very difficult. So I don't want this client is for now. I will enable him to see the users later, after he has learned at least the basics. If I want him to manage the users so that he can add more users and do that, want him to say anything about WordFence and Sukuri. This one is the user who doesn't know anything about WordPress. So then we have even up there, we have this WordPress community. I can leave that. Comments, moderation, I can remove that. The new, if I want this new thing to remain, I can leave it. The SEO notification, WP mail, events, there is this thing of delete cache up here. If I don't want it, I can also remove it so that the client has a very smarter interface. So I remove the menus, I make the dashboard small, and I give the user only the rights I want the user to do. So I will not worry that the user will log in as an admin and will disable plugins and the site will go off. No, I am sure the client will only do. If they know that this is a client who is technical, maybe the IT person, I can be able to know what I can give him. Then there is this hide front end admin bar. This one can also be important when you're logged into a site. Like, do you want the admin bar to be there? So we can disable that, and the NAG messages. NAG messages will be hidden to all users. So yeah, you can also disable, hide all those. These are the NAG messages which are there. Okay, Mr. Suleiman. Mr. Suleiman.
Yes.
Mr. Suleiman.
Yes, Mr. Rogers.
Are you able to share your screen now and you refresh and we see your dashboard as we wind up?
Okay, let me do that.
So members, normally the meetups are 1.5 hours, and actually we are almost wrapping up. So we want to see the output of so you go click on dashboard, and you try to zoom out a bit so that we see, click on dashboard, zoom out a bit, control minus, so that now you see the logo which I chose, it was too big, 200 Mbps, but you can see up here where there was a WordPress logo, it's no longer there. Go down, WordPress community Uganda, you scroll down. So are you seeing my HTML? Are you seeing this thing? WordPress community. So there are even these other things you can disable, but the dashboard has changed now. Mr. Suleiman. Mr. Suleiman?
Yes, Miss.
I think you have instead again zoomed in, control minus, just go back to normal view mode. So this is the HTML which I wrote. This other welcome to WordPress community Uganda. There is welcome. Here is what you can do. Make a blog post, edit your profile, manage. This was my custom box which I put there. Then you go down, I seeing at the bottom, there is AWS. So I would have managed, if I wanted, I would put there as a developer, I would put there the logo of my web design company. In case the client is lost and needs support, I can put there, you can put a link to the support page so that you can open a ticket or can be able to reach out for support. So I can put the client's logo up, then I can put my logo at the bottom. Then you can see the dashboard. Mr. Suleiman's dashboard is now having a few things. He has only the posts, media, comments, and his profile, full stop. The other things have been removed. So the dashboard has been customized, and the client can only few things. So you go to the new, click on the new, up there where there's new. So there's still some message there. So you can see there is a new, you can say new post, and you can be able to create a new post, and then you have something on your site. So members, basically, that is what we have managed to do for now. This video has been streaming on YouTube, and also the references to all the articles that I've been talking about, they are on our WordPress meetup page, on the event page, and we're also going to be publishing this on the website here, so that in case you want, you can be able to get to know more. At this time, I want to get only 2 members to give something about users as what is your key takeaway on this, and then we shall be wrapping up. We want to encourage members, and every time, let us get someone, share something. Yeah, we are too many, we can always share something, however simple it is, and we can build a big community. On this website, please create an account. This is your website. Feel free to write articles. I know you may be having your personal site, but the content may be for your personal site. Maybe you're a doctor and you have a hospital site. You can't write about WordPress on a hospital site. So if you want to write about WordPress as a WordPress user, you can write about it on this site. Then on your site, you can put the content which needs. Like for me, I have my site shareability. I cannot write about WordPress on shareability because that is something else. So let us use this site to share general information about WordPress. Let us create accounts here, and I look forward to you being promoted from a contributor to an author. Once you write the first article, it will be pending. But if we see that you've now learned how to write articles, we shall make you an author. And one time, maybe you may become an admin, because this is a community and we shall always have leaders and all the other things that are going on. Okay, so at this time, you can put up a hand. I don't know if someone has something to supplement here. And then we shall be wrapping up. Some of you could be, you have maybe something additional, or there's something that you have seen here that you want to share. Maybe let me give a chance to members quickly. Mr. Isakie Afasha, you can tell us your name, what you do. Are you a developer? Are you, yeah, you can unmute. Mr. Afasha Isakie. Mr. God from Kisa. Yes, you go ahead. You have a minute.
What I can say, I'm a developer at Rocket Health. I deal with WordPress, Laravel, and React. Yeah. Thank you much. Thank you very much. I've learned a lot. I've actually been looking for something like this for some client of mine, side work, not like my official work at the some side work. And I'm sure I will be using this. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Let us get Mr. Mukisa. Mr. Mukisa, you have something? Mr. Hassan Bahati, you have something?
Thank you so much, Mr. Rogers, for the session. It has been very elaborative, and personally, I've learned a lot. I've actually been implementing as you implement, so for me, it's been really a great experience learning from this. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, the hands-on is very good that you have implemented this. Yeah, let us, of course, the tools we have shown may not be the best, but at least from the research that was there, this would be good. We have some developers who know how to even make their own coding. If we had the people like Lawrence on call, for them, maybe they can just hook into the code of WordPress and they just do the coding directly. But using plugins helps some of us who are not very technical, and we can still get some of these things to help us. Yeah, so personally, I've implemented this on some school websites whereby we have staff who want to upload resources on e-learning. So I make a simpler dashboard for them, and I only put there, I can write some HTML to show them only what they need to do. So they log in, they can easily see that they can click here to upload something. They can click here to do something, and they can use their site. At the end of the year, when I'm going to the head teacher to ask him to renew the site, even the head teacher has never used the site. But if you are going to a head teacher, he has never used the site, whenever you go to his offices to ask for money, you should make sure that the head teacher is also using the site. So let us not have the sites when they are only to ask the developers. Matthias Sewanyana.
Yeah. Yes, Mr.
Matthias,
Roger.
do you have something to say?
Okay, just I'm also other members to thank you for the presentation. I'm just an ICT teacher, secondary school, and this is my first time to join here. I'm really learning, and I've learned something. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Moriata?
Hello?
Moriata? Yes, Mr. Mukisa, go ahead.
I want to appreciate for the session. I was
Okay.
just on.
Yeah, if there's something that you stood out, or there's some other.
Actually, hello?
Okay.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead. Yes.
For me, I want to say that I've enjoyed the topic in a way that I've never tried it to give other people roles, because I've not, every client I get, he doesn't have this, doesn't know WordPress and doesn't want to know WordPress. Just want to pay you money, and so I think I should get time and teach them, and also explore that part of user and so on.
It's fine. Yeah, it's good you teach them at least some basics. They should be able at least to respond to comments on their own site, because for you, you cannot respond to comments because you're not the subject matter in the company. So if the website owner can log in and respond to comments on the site, that is better. Mr. Teacher Peter Okware. Teacher Peter Okware.
Rogers.
Yes.
I am telling
yes, as we wind up, yes.
The issues we have, even when we open for them Facebook, they don't want even to know the comments and so on. You put it on their phone, they don't reply. You have to remind them that someone is saying something to you. So just an issue of, I don't know.
Okay, thank you. Teacher Peter Okware, do you have something to say? I think your network is not good. Okay, now we have Mr. Asa. Mr. Kasirie, do you have anything additional on this?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Hello? Hello? Mr. Rogers? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
yes.
Well, they're quite enough. So every day, we're gaining something through these meetups. Really, I'm just grateful.
Okay. Okay, I think network has been disturbing us a bit, but we have got you there, what you're saying. Okay. Asa, I don't know whether you have been breaking a bit. I think network is okay, but okay, so yeah, thank you, Asa. I'm not hearing you. I don't know that you're hearing me very well, but I've been hearing you in bits. I don't know. Teacher Okware also wanted to speak something, but even his network is also not fine. Yeah. Okay, members. Yeah, I think we are wrapping up at this point. Mr. Mohammed, any final word?
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Rogers. The presentation was very elaborative. Like Hassan said, I'm sure everyone has picked something from it, and now we know how to manage user roles on the WordPress platform. Yes, thank you. Have a blessed
Okay,
evening.
thank you very much, members. Thank you. Okay, members, goodbye. Mr. Suleiman, thank you very much for the demo. And all members.
Good man. Thank you so much.
Okay, okay.
Thanks, Rogers.
Thank you, Rogers. My network has been a challenge, but I think I've learned a thing or two. No, my network at the end here, at the end, but I was following the whole session. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Thank you for
I
speaking.
think
Thank you.
there are certain things that one thing that I've learned briefly, I thought that maybe it is for the developers. Everyone be the client. I didn't know that. Thank you.
Hey. All right. Members, in case your network was breaking, the video is there. If you are not in the WhatsApp group, you can send me a message and I send you. We have a WordPress community group.